Hello everyone and welcome to Mountain Lake Journal. I'm Tom Halleck. Volunteers have been heading out into the woods this winter on a hunting trip, looking for signs of an invasive insect, a tiny destructive bug that has found its way to the Adirondacks. And if it spreads, the Hemlock Woolly Adelgid could threaten millions of hemlock trees throughout the Adirondack Park. The hunting party arriving at the Cat and Thomas Preserve in Bolton is made up of more than a dozen retirees, members of a hiking club hitting the trails that lead to Edgecombe Pond, where Monica Dore and Alex Novick with the Lake George Land Conservancy will instruct the volunteers on what they're looking for.
You want to look up under the canopy and you want to look for any anomalies. You know, anything that looks out of place, dying branches, any white spots. Anything that doesn't look right. Seeing the woolly masses is pretty easy.
The masses they are hunting look like clumps of white wool, like this on the underside of the branches of the eastern hemlock. The fuzz comes from an invasive forest pest, the Hemlock Woolly Adelgid, a tiny but destructive bug that eats away and kills hemlock trees.
So what we're looking for in the wintertime is going to be this kind of waxy, woolly, white fuzzy mass, which is the coating that HWA develops before wintertime to keep warm throughout the winter. It's a telltale sign.
And the reason they've come here on their hunt is because ponds like this are popular with migratory birds, known to be carriers spreading the infestation.
It's really statistically could be anywhere.
That's what many believe led to the discovery of a small infestation in a few trees on Prospect Mountain in Lake George 2 years ago. They were treated with pesticide, and so far, there's no sign the woolly adelgid has spread.
But this is where I noticed it was all along here.
But these volunteers, like Lori McCarran, a retired Hudson Valley Community College biology professor, are being asked to help monitor eastern hemlocks, not only in and around Lake George, but other preserves and forests throughout the Adirondacks.
And we're all interested in nature and in preserving the forest and enjoying the outdoors, and so we thought we should help.
There's a huge amount of territory to cover, and the people who are professionals in the area cannot do that by themselves. They need people who they have trained to go out and look for them so that they can cover as much territory as possible.
And there are concerns that with climate change, the loss of the hemlocks could happen much faster.
As the climate changes and as temperatures go up, we might see a shorter span of infestation that would kill a hemlock. So we would see, I guess, a faster pace of hemlock mortality. And another thing is with crazy winters that get warm and then cold really quickly, those cold snaps are good to kill off a certain amount of a HWA population, but it really wouldn't be something that we could bank on and count on to kill HWA, because the surviving HWA that are able to reproduce will be more and more cold tolerant with every cold snap that they survive. A changing climate would, as with every single invasive species, impact range and also impact rate of mortality, definitely.
Volunteers are being trained to use their phone or an app that can help them identify whether they're seeing signs of the woolly adelgid. Many are hopeful having extra eyes looking for early signs of HWA may help keep it at bay until widespread treatments can be developed. It is critical because 60% of the trees in the Adirondack Park are eastern hemlocks. Losing them would be devastating. Not only the loss of timber, but hemlocks keep stream banks from eroding and provide critical shade and shelter to fish and wildlife in the Adirondacks. To learn more about the woolly adelgid and how to become a volunteer, go to our website at mountainlake.org.
This story is part of Peril and Promise, a national public media initiative from WNET in New York, exploring the impact of climate change here in the Adirondacks and around the world. And join us this coming June for Sinking Cities, a Peril and Promise special series examining the effects of climate change on 4 major coastal cities.